Nothing on my stuff is working.
Uh-oh.
I can't add anybody. Oh, I guess it added. I'm just not seeing anything.
Oh, your screen is black.
But you're in there. We're both in there.
Yeah, but the background hasn't changed.
Yeah, my computer is just not working right now. The mouse is working, but nothing I click on is actually working.
We want to like try again.
Yeah, well, I'll get it fixed, but I just don't know what's going. Oh, what happened there? I turned the caps lock on. That messed everything up. Oh, look at that. We're here.
All right. I changed the background.
Look at you go there. All right. Well, hey, welcome back, Panther fans.
We're here.
I'm David Brown. Here with Ryan Graham.
Hey, y'all.
And this is State of Atlanta.
Woo, man. Tim's not here, and we just messed it all up.
And
he's our rock, you know.
He's our linchpin of this whole thing. Yeah. So, do you have a beer like just that you're drinking when you start the show, and you just open up a second one that just sits there until you finish the first one?
I had just finished a beer like 5 minutes before, so I was like, I'll just wait.
So you didn't have the shakes too much about everything.
No. Did you?
Obviously, I had came all the way downstairs from the office upstairs. I had gone that long without a sip of vodka or beer. I was why do you think the computer messed up? It's like you're too sober right now.
I don't get it. You can't use me right now. Well, I went to the store today to get more beer, and I forgot. I bought the other stuff I wanted and then did not get beer. So I don't have very much beer tonight.
The beer aisle doesn't taunt you whenever you go to the grocery store. Because I had to go to the grocery store, or whenever I go, I got to get milk every time I go because 3 kids, and the milk is like right by the beer aisle. And so when I walk past the beer aisle, I'm like, do I need any more? Do I want any more?
See, in my Kroger, the beer is over by the meat. And so if I'm not going over there, then it's not a big deal. But if I do have to go over there, I'm looking at the manager specials. I'm looking at all the sale items. I'm like asking the guy if he's got any cuts in the back, you know?
I got sent to the store to buy just toilet paper. That's all I went to this past weekend. And I still go by the meat aisle just to see what is on sale.
You never know.
I always go by. go. You never know.
But I had fillets for like $5.99 a pound or something one day, just because I went in there and was like, oh, that's pretty sweet. It was like a manager special. I'm like, yeah, I'll eat that tonight. That's gonna be a great meal.
Yeah, they had a bunch of beef tenderloins just sitting there around Christmas time, and I kept on waiting. Of course, $100, $120, $130 a pop, whatever. I'm like, yeah, they're gonna have a bunch of fillets going for dirt cheap right after Christmas. Mm-hmm. And sure enough. All right, talking about meat is far better than talking about this basketball team we have.
Yeah, you would say that.
Yeah, well, I would probably say that about most things.
Yeah, that's true.
I enjoy talking about meat more than I do about my kids. So,
well, that's not surprising at all, based on some of your comments.
Well, you've met my kids.
That's true.
Yeah. So
what did we do? We lost one twice. Or both.
We lost to our rival and their rival.
Oh yeah.
Well, the thing is, I mean, I'm bummed. I'm annoyed that we lost the 2 games. That said, Appy State was heavily projected to beat us.
Yeah, we knew that was like gonna happen.
But we actually were playing pretty well against them. We were down, what was it, 9 or something at going into halftime. We actually outscored them in the second half. But Dwan Odom went down.
And just wasn't enough.
Yeah, like I said in our group chat, I was like, we can certainly lose with Dwan Odom, but I don't know if we can win without him. And that's what happened. Even not that he was performing all that well that I think I can.
That was a good line, by the way. That's a good line. That's a nice sports talk. But it's meaningful. It actually does mean something. Like I get it.
Right. Yeah, man, see that. I only did this for 231 episodes. I finally found one clever thing to say.
One sports talky thing that means something. Yep.
The show's going to go downhill from now on. But yeah, so coming out of that game, I was like, all right, we lost, but we were supposed to lose. It wasn't that bad. I had no thought in my mind we were going to lose the game down at Trash Down South.
Well, after we handled them at home so handily,
Oh yeah. Yeah, use hand more often in one sentence.
What?
You said handily beat them at home. Handedly.
Oh, yeah. All right. Cool.
Handled them at home so handedly. Yeah, that's what you said.
Handily. Yeah. 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 We did
No,
a
it
good
was
job. There were
man.
lots of hands involved. Not a lot of feet. Not a lot of feet. Hands though.
Well, Ben pointed out that we are 7-25 all time down there. Now, a lot of those games were before we thought we were good, but still, I feel like there should be more games,
No,
right?
but I think in recent
32 games.
history, we very often just trade and win at home. Like both
Yeah,
teams
I
just
think
win at home.
even at Coach Hunter, when Coach Hunter
Hmm.
was here, the games down there never went. No, I should say never. They did go our way, but they were not very often.
Yeah, I think we might have beat them like one time or something crazy. I mean, like they really win a lot at home, and we win a lot at home for
Well, at
that
least when
series.
we play each other, but that's still. I mean, like it's a garbage team. They're a horrible team this season. They have
Well,
players
after the way
leaving.
we like laid it on them, at home, I was like, man, at least like
Well,
it's gonna be and but then they laid it on us, and it's like, what the heck? Like, what is
I
this?
I did not get to watch this game, and which I'm kind of okay with because I'm really bad about we're playing a team that I don't like. I don't want to be at the game. I don't want to watch the game. I want that game to be over. The same thing with the Falcons and the Saints. Like I don't want to be there. I don't even want to watch it. I'd rather watch it at home than be at the game. Same thing with this. So it was my wife's birthday weekend, and we did like flew her mom down here, so we had stuff going on the entire weekend. And she was like, "Oh, we're gonna go do this thing early," and I'm like, "So you don't mean to watch any of the game?" And she's like, "Do you care?" I'm like, "Nope, I'm totally good with this." But then
That's a good excuse not to.
I did pull up the score in the middle of the thing just to see what I was, and I'm like, "What? We're up by like 19. Why is everybody like?" Because like the group chat was blowing up, And I'm like, "We're up by 19. Why does everybody care?" I'm like, "Oh, that's the women's team."
Yeah. Hey, good on you, women.
Yeah. They did pretty well. So we had to start following them more closely. But so I didn't get to watch. My point is, I didn't watch the game. I did go back and read about it and everything. But again, Dwan Odom got injured, and I don't know if he had to leave the game, but he hobbled off the court. So another
For
one,
the TDS game.
the TDS game.
Mm,
So yeah. But I don't know, man. This Coach Hayes team, it's like it's a roller coaster. I
yeah.
guess roller coaster is better this year than just like the bungee jumping that we were last year.
Right. Well, I do feel like when like when Odom's on the court, no matter what, like if he's on or off, whatever, if the team is on or off, he will like change his play style because he'll try to pick up the team and put it on his back if it's needed. But he's not
Right.
like really great at it, right? Like he can try and like sometimes he can pull it off and sometimes he can't, just like you said. But
Right.
like but then he'll start passing the ball around more and sharing the ball more when the rest of the team is, gelling and he really does like change his play style based on what the rest of the team is doing, which is good.
Right.
I mean, he's a strong leader on the court. So
He's a smart player. He's got the basketball IQ, knows what he's doing.
mhm.
Just he's just not that kind of guy that doesn't have that type of talent that was able to carry the team like we talked about. But like I think it was last week with RJ and DeMarcus and those guys
Yeah.
back in the Ron Hunter days. So it's a bummer. Hopefully he's feeling better. I don't even know how much to talk more about those two games.
It's a rough stretch, I mean, we knew it's going to be pretty rough. I actually, when we started like last week when we were playing, we had won a couple games, and people are starting to talk about how, starting to chest thump a little bit. I'm like, guys, this is Sun Belt. We're not, it's not. I mean, and we're
Well,
not that good. We know we're not that good. Like, don't expect this to stick around. We're not going to be like world beaters this year. That's not going to happen.
No, I really let myself get into it after last week's the prior week's games.
I
Like,
know. I know.
I was feeling it. I was feeling really good about it, and I felt confident going. I thought we had a shot against Appy State, but even with the loss, I was like, hey, all right, well, whatever. We'll just get another win against TDS and move on to another road trip of games. Who we're not predicted to win Wednesday night against Marshall at Marshall. It's like a 39% chance ESPN gives us to win, but we have a better net ranking, and they just lost to Old Dominion, who was last place in conference with only one conference win, and that win is against Marshall from
Well, that's
last
the
week.
thing is no one's very good, and and
This
and
conference sucks so bad.
and we're all like hot and cold too. So like, you get these hot games where like, we just all of a sudden we look like a good team, but there's no consistency there. And so there's going to be the down games and like, you play so many, it's just have an average season at best.
Yeah, you've got Appy and Jimmy Madison that are doing well for themselves, but I guess Southern Miss technically too. They're not doing so horrible, but there was a comment or a thread started on the Sunbelt message board pondering whether or not Appy State or Jimmy Madison could actually get an at-large bid to the tournament if they didn't win the con. And yeah, the comments that came in, the replies were like, "Yeah, no, that's just not happening. The out-of-conference record is just not strong enough to really do anything."
No, I mean they're playing the Sunbelt. We suck.
Well, you've got to go undefeated in your out-of-conference, and you got to play some good teams. Which Jimmy Madison does have that like game 1 win against Michigan State or something like that.
Yeah,
but you've got to win all of those, run your conference, and then lose on a last-second 3-pointer in the championship to and be ranked and all that. Yeah, so that's not happening.
I'm not saying it's impossible either. Like, I'm not just saying the Sun Belt like
this season
will perpetually suck. Yeah, like it's just not the season for that talk. I mean, it's just
you're gonna have to be ranked. You're gonna have to be ranked the entire season in the top 20. And just narrowly lose your out of conference game in the Sun Belt to get to sniff at an at-large bid. So yeah, that was it's a Sun Belt board. I feel all dumb whenever I go to it.
Why?
Because I'm surrounded by Sun Belt fans.
Why does that make you feel dumb? It should make you feel superior.
Just because I guess I just I was trying to make a joke about them being dumb.
You should feel real good in that crowd.
Yeah, but they made me feel super smart. It makes me feel really annoyed that we're in this conference.
Yeah, I mean, and then you have Sunbelt message board fans, which is really the key here, and they're pretty nerdy and into the stuff. Like they've got all their spreadsheets and stuff like you do.
Yeah, I am totally not the youngest person on that message board. Like there are some people that have been like fans of Southern Miss for like 50 years and stuff. They have all that kind of history and crap. Like
and can name people and stuff. Like me, I lose people, man. I mean, I couldn't talk about the team from 3 years ago or something,
We have the shortest history to talk about when it comes to football, at least.
I know, I couldn't do it.
Yeah, because we have the Coastal was FCS before. Old Dominion, are they younger than us?
I think they started the same year.
Yeah,
them and South Alabama. South Alabama officially, even though they had played like 2 or 3 seasons before, just as like intramural or something weird.
Yeah, they had some weird fake season the first year that put them there technically 1 year ahead of us, but they didn't play like any. I don't think they played any Division I opponents or anything.
I don't believe they did. Yeah, opponents. I think it was like all NAIA too. Yeah.
Well, it's fun making fun of them. So so we got Marshall tomorrow night, Wednesday night, tonight. If you're listening to this when it releases, we'll see how that goes.
Could go either way.
Really? Could go either way. I mean, when they lost to Old Dominion, they lost bad. They lost 91-66. And it was in Norfolk, but they got smoked by the worst team in the conference.
I was gonna say, but Old Dominion seems to be like they just pull wins out of their hat. They're just like, oh, you know what? Never mind. We're gonna play amazing tonight.
Yeah, he's like, don't overlook us. We're gonna do something here. So but we're actually projected
to like Russian roulette when you play them. You're either gonna get like 5 of those shots are gonna be blank, but one of them is gonna shoot you in the head.
Oh, that's like our 3-point shooting percentage. Yeah, out of 6 shots, we'll get 1 in.
Yeah, I did notice TDS. Their 3-point percent was like 53% or something crazy. Like they were lights out.
We don't talk about the positive things about them on here, Ryan.
No, I mean, but people will often say, like, how do you stop a team that's doing something like that? And it's like, well, like it could be our defense that we just weren't getting enough pressure on them, right? I mean, there's a lot of things that you can do to a team to stop it from falling like that,
I'm glad you brought that up because that was something I did take some notes about, some quotes that Coach Hayes had after the game. And so he says things like, they posted it's got our tails kicked, but they had tails in brackets. So I think he probably said asses.
Oh yeah, okay.
Got our asses.
They changed it. That's bullshit. I would be pissed.
Well, it was on this. This came from Georgia State's press release on the whole thing.
I got it. I know.
Got our asses kicked. Came out with more fight than we did. Cannot remember us playing this poorly offensively and defensively. We weren't tough enough, and we didn't have the connectiveness that is necessary to win at this level. Every one of those things looks like coaching to me. Every single one of those is coaching.
Yeah. Yeah, and by connectiveness, I feel like he means gel.
Yeah, he's
Pretty
using
sure he means gel.
a $10 word when he can use a $1 word. Good point. Good point. I like that. Yeah.
Like, come on,
No. So,
coach.
but every one of those just screams coaching to me.
Yeah.
The team was not ready. The team was not prepared. Did they get bummed out from an Appy State loss and having to travel all the way back down to Statesboro, or like
I think
that
our teams mentally get up for TDS all the time. I mean, like, it's
they
the
sure as hell did on
consistent when they
Saturday.
ask what's the most important game, it's always TDS.
Yeah.
All the players know it. So
I don't know. I didn't like his responses. I mean, I like the honesty there, but he should have followed that up with, "I didn't do my job," because that's what I felt like.
yeah. Well, I mean, maybe that is what he thought he said.
Maybe it's beating around the bush on it.
Yeah. Sometimes I think I say stuff, and then people are like, "Why didn't you just say it?" And I'm like, "Oh, I thought I did. All right. Whoops."
I heavily implied.
Yeah. I was hoping you'd get there without me having to say it.
Do I really need to do that? We'll see. Marshall is coming off of a 3-game losing streak.
No,
Coastal
they're
week
not.
after that.
No, they're not.
They're not.
They're going to be on a 4-game losing streak.
Oh, I say they are coming off of a 3-game.
Yeah,
losing
they're not
streak.
coming off of it. They're going to keep it.
Heading into a 4-game losing streak.
Yeah. All right, good.
Yeah. Coastal's playing Southern Miss on whatever they got Wednesday or Thursday, which has been pretty good. And they handed Jimmy Madison their first loss, so maybe they'll get beat up a little bit. But they're really bad. We're actually projected to beat them. 64% chance ESPN gives. Their net ranking is like 320 something. So they actually look like they're worse than us. So we lose the Coastal game. I'm gonna be really upset the following week.
Yeah.
Are you and Tim getting ready to do the episode without me?
Are we gonna? Oh, which one are we doing without you?
Like the first Tuesday in February.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, it's coming up.
Well, Tim's been practicing that closeout, so he's got that.
Yeah, well, you guys got to do the whole posting of everything too, not just recording. I'll be closer to South America than I will be to the States. So
you'll have to drop me some notes and I'll figure it out.
Yeah, because you spoiled the news that you actually have a Mac. So now that I know you have all the software needed to do everything.
No, I do not.
You spoiled it. We have auditory proof.
Yeah, but it's a work computer. I don't put stuff on it that's not
so
work.
is mine.
I don't do that. I don't. Nope.
Yeah, you got it. You got it, Ryan. I got faith in you, man. You're good. You're good. You're gonna do it well.
I don't use the Mac stuff. What did I used? There's a free audio editing software that I was using for my podcast, my political podcast.
If you guys want to use something else, do something else.
I've got some experience, but I'm not going to edit it much.
I mean, I don't really. I cut off the first few seconds. Like, I'm gonna leave that horrible intro. Yeah, that's staying in there.
Of course.
I'll just add something at the beginning of it that says, "My computer didn't work, so get past the first 15, 20 seconds of this and it's fine." Or
no, just be like, yeah, the episode's fine. Just laugh at us in the beginning because we're dumb.
Yeah. I'm trying to see it I'll have to watch the YouTube version of it.
Be like, afterwards. I'm sorry, I'm using a Mac.
Well, I don't know. This computer, like, if it doesn't get reboot very often.
I know, but everybody tells me that Macs don't break, and I've been getting a lot of people telling me that their Macs are broken and not doing things right lately.
Well, to be fair, I never reboot my computers. So now I've got a Microsoft machine for my job, and that my company forces it to restart all the time. I lose so much work. But if I don't restart my Mac every 6 or 7 months, it just does it itself. So hopefully this doesn't crash in the middle of this episode, considering it's showing signs of problems.
It'll be all right.
Yeah. Other basketball news that came up. Oh yeah. So this week we'll see what happens. We play Wednesday night. We play Saturday. Hopefully we're in better spirits come Tuesday when Tim's back next week. Yep. So, but yeah, other news that came out that I just noticed today. I posted in our group chat that I did not see an announcement for it. Apparently I'm just not very perceptive because there was an announcement, but
everybody was like, oh, here's where it was posted. And then it was also here, and then it was here too. And you're like, oh
yeah. I'm just, apparently I don't know how to use a computer. So the MAC Challenge, the MAC team that we'll be hosting is Miami of Ohio. Will be coming in town on February 10th. I will be back for that. Oh, I'll be back for that. Oh no, I wasn't even left yet. I'm an idiot. I said first Tuesday in February. No, I meant the first Tuesday in March when I said I'm gonna be gone. So you have more time. You have more time.
All right.
But yeah, Miami of Ohio, they are an average team. They're literally 500, 3-3 in conference, and 9-9 overall. But they are 3-6 on the road. So they're not a good road team, and we're 6-1 at home. So
I'm always afraid of these like Midwest teams though, because they just love basketball up there. Like they just love the shit out of it, and I don't know. I just feel like they're all like just a little better than us.
yeah, well,
I might be wrong, but
I don't think I put down their whatever their net ranking is, but yeah, either way.
I'm glad you didn't hear me or acknowledge that.
Oh yeah, I just wasn't paying attention to you at all. We have a 75% chance of winning.
We have a 70 what percent chance?
75.2% chance of winning.
All right, cool.
Yeah. So if we do that, we'll have won both games against the MAC teams, and we weren't even supposed to be playing one because we were the worst team in comp because they only have 12 teams in the MAC.
Mm-hmm.
So the only reason why we were playing anybody in this challenge is because Marshall opted out because they're so far north. They already play like 3 or 4 MAC teams every single year.
Right.
And I think it was Coastal opted out. I don't know because they were painting their court teal or something. I'm not sure exactly why they opted out. So that's only we were not going to even be playing in this challenge except for 2 teams backed out of it.
All right.
And now we hopefully get 2 wins out of it. So
wait, but we're dead last?
We were dead last year.
Oh, I got it. That makes sense.
Yeah. Yeah. So we're actually, let's look at the standings. We are 1, 2, 3, 4. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're 6th out of 14.
Hey.
Technically, we're tied with 1, 2, 3, 4 teams.
Oh, that's a lot of teams to.
It's still early in conference. There's Appy State 6-1, Jimmy Madison, Southern Miss, and Troy are 5-2, and then Lafayette, us, Marshall, Arky State, and Trash Down South are all 4-3.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Even worse that we lost that game because we could have been just one up better than them.
Oh yeah, that would have put us right there with be tied for second if we would have won that game.
2 up.
If we would have beaten Trash Down South, we'd be tied for second place right now.
Yeah.
Oh man, that makes it sound worse, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Well, I guess we can separate ourselves from Marshall and Coastal's only got 2 conference wins right now. They're kind of bottom dwellers. Well, I don't know. I guess being so good at basketball for so many years, I had never really processed how bad this conference. Maybe this is a down year for the Sun Belt or something, but man, it just looks like everybody really sucks. I'm just used to being at the top and not paying attention below us.
Yeah.
I gotta look so. I mean, last year we did the same thing, but like that was just we were so bad, we were so god awful, horrific that I didn't pay attention to who was better than us.
I mean, is Lafayette doing anything? They're usually like
they're tied
better
with us.
than average.
They're tied with us. 4-3.
I mean, they're usually tied with us, so that's
Yeah. And we've got them in a few weeks, so yay.
Well, that'll be all right. Whatever.
Yeah, it'll be good.
If it's on the weekend, I'll look forward to it because the tailgate was fun. So I'm looking forward to doing that more.
Yeah, I think it's away. I'm pretty sure it's away. I don't have the schedule in front of me.
That's fine. We'll have more tailgates.
Our next home tailgate is going to be against Troy, and I definitely think we should do something for that. Yeah, Troy State. My bad.
Got it.
So I think we should definitely do something for that. But that's going to be like not this Saturday, but the following Saturday. We'll figure out what we want to do. I will be absent for the last home game of the season, last Saturday home game of the season. So either we do Sausage Fest a different week, or you have a Sausage Fest of one again. Sausage party.
Paula will probably make sausage. She didn't last time for whatever. There was a reason, but she usually participates.
I think she found out late.
Oh yeah.
So
I don't really. I mean, if I do it again, I might not do the casing because that was a bitch.
Santa Claus brought me some casings for my stocking this year, so I feel like I've got to actually do. Well, casings are hard.
What?
If the casings are hard, you're doing it wrong, or you're doing something way better.
Difficult.
Yeah.
My sausage is hard.
KO Durf.
Oh, hey, look, I got a text. No, I'm just kidding.
I don't have anything else, man.
No, I mean, yeah, I think without 3 of us here and only basketball, it's, this seems
Yeah,
fine.
that's good.
Plus,
That's good.
I've
Well,
been asleep today already and woken back up. I was telling David I'm telling the audience that I was telling you, I feel like it's tomorrow because I fell asleep for, like, an hour earlier, and then I
I did
woke
that when I
up
was
so
I did
confused.
I did that when I was a kid once. I fell asleep on the couch when I came home from school. And I was your traditional 80s latchkey kid. I'd come home to a house empty and like take care of myself, whatever. I fell asleep on the couch watching, DuckTales or whatever it was. And
Yeah.
then woke up at like 6:57. And I guess it was winter, so it was already dark out. And I was convinced that it was morning time. But my mom and her husband were not at home. I was kind of walked around the house like, where is everybody? And yeah.
One time,
Was it
I woke up a minute later, and, I was like, "Oh, man, that was like a that's weird." I feel like I slept for a while, and, my mom was like, "No, you've been asleep for 24 hours."
Had you been bitten by a spider and it made you sleep the entire time and you woke up and you glasses were not needed and you could like just flex hard?
Yeah, how did you know?
Well, apparently you lost those powers at some point.
Yeah, weirdly specific, and it did wear off, so, no, it was my first trip to California when I got back.
Yeah, I think it's I was gonna say if you're in California, it's probably best to sleep through all of that if you can.
Nah, San Diego's rad. It still is.
It's underwater.
Is it? Are they
It's
flooding right
flooded. I
now?
saw I saw 2 different San Diego TikToks today, and it's, like, massively flooded, like, going above cars and stuff, and
Oh, man.
Kim's going there, in a couple of weeks for work. I'm, like, sitting these 2 I'm like, "Hope it dries out." I'm sure it
It's
will,
just a
but
big valley. I mean
no, it's not. It's a big lake.
no, but I'm saying though, like, if the water comes through there and it's dry a lot of
Well, that's what
times
I'm
too,
saying. That
so
that valley is now a lake. They have,
yeah,
drainage issues like, New Orleans.
or like Summer Hill.
Well, no, there's an entire massive space perfect for an indoor practice facility that is used for drainage.
That's right.
Can't build anything on it because no one's ever built a building on stilts before. That's never happened.
We're not gonna build an indoor practice facility on stilts.
Why not?
That'd be silly. Come on, come on. We don't need an indoor practice facility that bad.
But we could do it. You
Well,
can't build anything else. You can't build anything else there, and no one parks there. What is it going to be used for?
a floodplain, a little park.
A little pond.
Exactly. Cool. 30 minutes is good.
Yeah, that's about being 15 minutes a person. We don't normally hit 45. That kind of works, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Cool.
I'm good.
We last calling it.
Yeah. Why not?
All right, cool. Hey, I got a cooler full of beer and a vodka drink I've not touched yet. So
Weird.
let's do it. All right.
All right.
Thanks, everybody, for listening. We need Tim here to do the outro. Thanks, everybody, for listening. We're going to head over to last call. We're going to talk some more, drink some more, a little more uncensored stuff. Probably some barbecue talk and other crap. But find it over on Patreon page, patreon.com/stateofatlanta. It is free to access, but you do get it early if you are a member. Also, access to private group chat, discounts on merch, all that other kind of fun stuff. So please consider joining. Say goodbye, guy.
Good goodbye, guy.